All right, with that, let's also tell you how Iran took a swipe at Donald Trump after a social media repost by the American president sparked a massive controversy. Donald Trump had shared comments by one of his supporters referring to India and China as hellholes. Now, Iran's Consulate General in Mumbai hit back swiftly, suggesting that a visit to India could serve as a cultural detox for Trump and help curb what it called his random nonsense. The row erupted after Donald Trump reposted commentator Michael Savage's podcast that included a rant, particularly targeting India and China. Now, these remarks, widely condemned as racist, were part of a broader call to change American birthright citizenship laws. India condemned these comments, calling them uninformed, inappropriate, and in poor taste. Without naming Trump directly, the Ministry of External Affairs said that the remarks do not reflect the reality of the India-America ties. In fact, in apparent damage control, the U.S. Embassy here in New Delhi later said that Trump considers India a great country, led by a good friend at the top. But Iranian missions were quick to seize the moment and the controversy. The consulate in Mumbai posted a video highlighting Maharashtra's cultural and geographical richness with a sharp dig at Trump. It suggested a one-way cultural detox for the American president, saying it might reduce his random bakwas, which is a Hindi slang for nonsense. The post urged him to visit India before passing any sort of judgment. Iran's consulate in Hyderabad, meanwhile, amplified the message, praising India's southern regions as heaven mode, doubling down on the cultural counter-attack. Throughout the conflict, Tehran, remember, has aggressively used social media to target the US and Israel. Iranian missions worldwide have deployed memes, satire, and historical symbolism to mock Washington and shape the narrative. Even when Trump and his defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, warned Iran could be bombed back to the Stone Age, Tehran responded with a mix of humor and history. The Iranian embassy in the UK responded with a powerful historical image. This one's from ancient Persia, carved into stone, showing King Shapur, the first king to triumph Roman emperors. Tehran has also praised global voices who have been critical of Washington. When Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez condemned the war, Iran responded by displaying his remarks on missiles aimed at Israel. Sanchez's anti-war comments, written both in English and Persian, were attached to a missile that was aimed at Israel. And after Trump targeted Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, Iran was quick to react here as well. In a sarcastic post, its mission in Ghana claimed that Italy had lost an ally in Washington, led by a commander in grief and the world's most powerful man. It ended with an appeal to Iran and Italy's shared historical pedigree. On the 14th of April, remember, the Iranian president, Masoud Pezeshkian, had thanked countries including Spain, China, Russia, Turkey, Italy, and Egypt for their positions, calling them rooted in deep cultural and historical ties.